Welcome. It's been a little while. I haven't streamed in a few months, and well, I'm back. Gonna congratulate me? You gonna applaud me? Sorry, I just had to test my audio, make sure it's working, and so far it is. So yeah, I took a short break from streaming, which turned to just a break, which then turned into a long break. Then I broke a bone in my shoulder right as I decided to come back and stream. So I had to take about another month and a half off because of that to rest up and heal up at my parents'. And now I'm back and I'm ready to stream again. I don't think I'm gonna stream as frequently as I was before, but I'm gonna be doing it with a regularity that won't be 6 months. For example, this used to be a weekly thing, me doing the radio stream. I might make this into a monthly thing, or maybe just a whenever I feel like it thing. I don't really know. I'm not sure yet, but I do want to start it up again. That is the plan. But for now, you can ignore that and focus on the present. This stream, I'm deciding to do songs that I've been listening to since my last stream. These are all songs that I have heard basically for the first time in these past few months, and they're songs that I really like, and I'm hoping that you will like them too. So how about we get right into it? The first song is by James Ferraro, who you might recognize if you've listened to my streams before, as someone who I've talked up quite a bit. I like his music a lot. His albums for 2019 and 2020 were my albums of the year for their respective years. The one that he released this year, Terminus, while it isn't my favorite so far, it's very good. And I decided, why not start the stream off with a bit of abrasiveness, you know? This is going to be a bit of a loud one, be a bit of a crazy one, frenetic one, and I hope you like it. This is James Ferraro with 12. And that was James Ferraro with 12. What's up, Jake Twitchin? A Jam Updates. Good to see you back, dude. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, like I said earlier, it's been 5, maybe 6 months. So glad to be back and glad that there are already people watching. That makes me feel good that people are still following this channel and are still interested when I start something up. That means a lot, genuinely. So that last song, like I said, a bit abrasive, a bit hectic. So let's go to another song that is slightly less hectic, still a bit abrasive. This is Raquin with Dance of the Peacock. Raquin is a artist that I discovered a couple months ago. They're from like Denmark or Sweden or some Scandinavian country. I discovered them along with a bunch of other artists that are from the same label. Janice Shrugged, I think, is the name of the label. If you like this song, I recommend checking that label out. But we will be listening to a couple more artists from that label later on tonight. Yeah, like I said, happy to be back. Happy you're listening. Let's get on with the song, shall we? This is Raquin with Dance of the Peacock. Almost forgot the name of the song, so I'll take that one more time. This is Raquin with Dance of the Peacock. And that was Raquin with Dance of the Peacock. Did you like it? I hope so, because if you didn't, oh no. I'm sorry I played a song you didn't like. So, I know these first couple songs have been a bit hectic, maybe a bit too abrasive for some of you. So hopefully you stick around for the rest of the stream regardless, because I do switch up genres eventually. Because this next song is the artist Couché, or Couché. I've never known how to pronounce it. I'm just going to pronounce it Couché with the song Magic. This is an artist I love a lot. I discovered that they released an album last year, and I never noticed. So I started listening to it recently, and I really, really enjoy it. And the song, I think, is a very good representative of that album. And I hope you like it. Music. What's up, Hitmonchan? It's been a while. Welcome back to me. I can't even say welcome back to you because you haven't gone anywhere I have. So yeah. This song is another electronic song with vocals this time. So there will be a sort of backing vocal track. Hope you like it. Hope you love it. Let's get on with it. This is Couché with Magic.
Makes me
And that was Couché with Magic. I really like her voice a lot, and I like her electronic style a lot. And if you like that song, I recommend checking out not only that album, but all of her stuff, because it's very good. I've played her on the stream before, so if you're a regular, you might have recognized me not knowing how to pronounce her name. Again, I want to say thank you to everyone who's watching. This is more viewers than I normally get at the beginning of one of these streams, so that means a lot. And thank you. I really appreciate that. And that said, this is, again, the beginning of the stream, so there is more music to come. What a pleasant track that was. Jake Twitchin, I'm glad you think so. I love that artist. She's great. And again, I recommend you checking her out if you like that, which it sounds like you did. Coming up next is Ken Ishii featuring Seventh Gate, and the song is Sunriser, off of the album of the same name. Now, I'd heard of Ken Ishii long time ago. I heard of him a while ago, and I just never, for some reason, decided to take a listen until a few months ago. And I like him a lot now. Some of his stuff is whatever. The techno that he does is a bit too generic sometimes, but I think this song is really nice. And I hope you might agree with that, all of you out there. This is Ken Ishii featuring Seventh Gate with the song Sunriser. Hope you like it. And that was Ken Ishii featuring Seventh Gate with the song Sun Riser. Did you enjoy it? Say yes. Okay, coming up next is Eyeliner with the song Los Angeles. Now, Eyeliner is an artist that I fell in love with a few years back and just was waiting and waiting and waiting on a new album from them. And it turns out they released one 2 years ago, and I never noticed. So joke's on me. This album fucking rules, and this is a really good song off that album. Just really good future funk, vaporwave shit that if you like that sort of genre, you'll definitely love this. That's for goddamn sure. I also want to say that I've always felt that on these streams, people seem hesitant to type in chat because I don't really respond when I'm playing music. But just so you know, I always read everything at the end of a song. So if you have anything to say, any comments on the song itself, good or bad, don't hold back, by the way. If you don't like a song, let me know. It's good for me to hear this stuff so that I know what to not put in next time. Or if you like a song, I know what stuff to put in that's similar next time. So please give me feedback on this stuff. It helps greatly improve the experience. But for now, enough of that bullshit of me talking about the stream. Let's talk about the fucking music. This is Eyeliner with Los Angeles. Hope you like it. And that was Eyeliner with the song Los Angeles. I just love the sort of funky, tropical feeling that song evokes. Much akin to Los Angeles, the city itself, if you think about it. If you think about it for a second. First time. Oh, Lightning Skull, what's up? Hi, didn't see you were streaming till just now. Well, you're barely late, so welcome. The stream didn't start that long ago. In the grand scheme of things, anyway. I'm still very early on in the set list, as I guess I just will call it for now. I'm at the tail end of this sort of beginning section of tracks, though, of electronic music, which will continue for now with Rhythm Invention and their song 0 PSI. This is old school IDM, old school sort of just, I guess, techno is what you'd call it. I don't really know. And it's good. I really like this song a lot. I love this sound. And if you like it, let me know. Pretty please. This is Rhythm Invention with 0 PSI. And that was Rhythm Invention with 0 PSI. Lightning Skull 9 says, I'm terrible with this sort of game, and just looking at you being so fast is literally murdering my brain. While I appreciate the compliment, this game is deceptively not hard at all. It might seem like I'm doing a lot of stuff, but there are no real stakes to this game. You can't really lose. Because I'm also very bad with rhythm games in general. And that's why I like this game so much. It's two reasons. One, you can put any audio file that you have on your computer in this game. So it's any song you want in the game, just automatically generates a track based off that file. So you can use your own song, which rules. And then two, because like I said, there's no stakes. You can fuck up and not really play and do whatever and lose, like not get points or whatever, and it still finishes the whole song. So that's why I am so drawn to this game. It's chill, you know? And it might seem like I'm moving really fast, but a lot of it is just, moving a mouse like this, you know? So if this game seems interesting to you, I'd recommend picking it up. I like this game a hell of a lot. Yo, what the fuck is up, Alex? Nightmare Fluid, what is up with you? Thanks for joining. Hope you stick around for the whole thing because, goddamn, we're getting into the swing of it. Coming up next is Dom Minnow, clever name, with their song Liquid Architecture. Now, this is a bit of we're slowing down a little bit. It's still electronic music. We're still in that little nook of the stream. But it's a bit slower pace, a bit more chill. The vibe is less frenetic. A bit more ambient, I suppose. And I hope you like it, because I do. That's why I put it in the stream. Let's get to it, shall we? This is Dom Minnow with Liquid Architecture. Enjoy. And that was Dom Minnow with Liquid Architecture. Want to give a belated shout out to Lightning Skull 9 for the follow. I didn't notice that until just now, so I greatly appreciate it. And thank you to Jake Twitchin for the renewed sub. Appreciate you guys. I genuinely really do. That means a fuck ton, genuinely. Call Me Deadly says, I thought you broke your arms jacking it. Well, I wish I had that sort of strength. I broke my collarbone. For those of you who don't know, I broke my collarbone late September. That shit sucks. Don't do that. If you guys have the choice whether or not to break your collarbone, don't. That's my advice from me to you. Jay Twitchin says, top track of the stream for me so far. Glad to hear it, honestly. I think that song rules, and I love that sort of minimal, glitchy, ambient stuff. So thank you. You know, hopefully you enjoy the rest of the stream. Thank you, Nightmare Fluid, for the 100 bits. Big ups to my favorite radio man. Thank you so much, Nightmare. That is really fucking cool. Thank you. I really appreciate that. It also means a lot when you message me. Have her like a month or so ago asking if I was going to do this again. Because that showed that people cared, you know? So thank you. My Chan says, I'm going to do it. I said, no. If you do it, it's not on me. It's recorded. I said not to do it. I am not liable for any bones you might break. Coming up next is Q with Comet. So, Jake Twitchin, if you liked that last song, these next few songs, while not exactly the same in terms of the genre, in terms of vibe, I would say it's similar. So hopefully you enjoy these next few songs, because they're all from the same label whose name I don't remember. It's by the label is, I think, by the artist Akira Kosamura. So look that guy's name up, and I'm sure you'll find this label. It's on Bandcamp. But yeah, this is a bit of another chill song, and I hope you all like it. This is Q with Comet. And that was Q with the song Comet. Hitmonchan says, very beep boop. I cannot deny that, because especially as I read the comment, the song was literally just beep boop beep. And I was like, he nailed it. he fucking racked this song. Nightmare says, adding this to my space playlist right now. Fuck yeah. I'm assuming that means you like it, because hell yeah. So thank you for saying that. I'm glad to know that you dug it, you know? Coming up next is the song Black Focus by Yusuf Kamal. So this is a sort of transition into a very brief transition into jazz, where Yusuf Kamal is a duo. It sounds like, I thought at first, it sounds like just one person's name, but it's the combined last names of two people, and it's very good. This album, also titled Black Focus, is fantastic, and I wish I discovered it sooner. If you like jazz at all, this will be the album for you. So let's get into it. This is Yusuf Kamal with Black Focus.
Spangle, è mio coccato, somos de Yusuf Kamal. Omi tutto, itana acha, odi, panibati kun lo ara yulo fiti kun lo.
And that was Yusuf Kamal with Black Focus. Hope you liked that. Before I move on, I want to remind everyone that if, for whatever reason, such as you don't want to watch a fucking 3-hour stream, you either come in late or you join or you leave early or whatever reason, and you're like, man, I want to go back, I want to listen to some of those songs, I upload all of these, all of them, starting, I think, around February of this year. I started uploading these streams to my archive channel, and the link to that is below the stream. So if you're interested in that and you have to leave for whatever reason, you could always catch the VOD on that channel. All right, moving right along, this is Akisai with the song Me Moment, or Me Moment. Don't know how you pronounce it. This is a bit of a combination of the past two songs that we've been listening to. So if you liked the jazzy shit of Yusuf Kamal and the more slow, ambient, electronic of Q, then this song might just be for you. Don't really have much more to say about this song. The artist, I think, in general, is really good. So if you dig this song, I recommend checking them out. They have like 6 albums or some shit out, so check them out. This is Akisai with Me Moment. And that was Akisai with Mem Moment. Hope you liked it. What's up, Nordley? Nordley says, starting the weekend off right with a surprise new DJ while I play some Forza. Hell yeah. Honestly, this is, I think, the perfect thing to do, you know? Listen to music while playing a game that requires your focus solely on that. Like, I love... There are some games where I love listening to music while playing, and it's never like a big story game, you know? It's never like a Yakuza game or like Mass Effect or something. It's always like Dynasty Warriors or basically anything where the gameplay is the focus and not the story and not the sounds. So I'm glad to help you with that. But yeah, so this stream essentially is made for that. It's you can put it on, sort of go about your business, and just sort of have it in the background. It's like you know, like radio. You know, that's why I like to call it my radio show, baby. But moving right along, this is Secret Asian Men with the song "Crossing the Line." This is a group from Korea, and this song, especially, I think, is their best. I really, really like this song a lot, and I like them a lot. So, like the rest of the artists I've played tonight, if you like this song, I recommend checking them out. Hitmonchan says, hey, that's what I was doing too, but then Forza crashed, and I haven't been motivated to turn it back on. That's the gamer's curse, isn't it? The game crashes, and you're like, well, I guess I'm not playing that anymore today. But what I will be playing today is the song Crossing the Line by Secret Asian Men. Enjoy! And that was Secret Asian Men with Crossing the Line. Bit jazzy, a bit smooth jazzy even. If you like that song, I'd also recommend checking out the album Kaput by Destroyer. That is a fantastic album that sounds very similar to that song. Now, you might be thinking, wow, very chill songs for the just so far. This stream has been chill, super low key, super smooth. Well, fuck that shit, because next up is Mudo Mokhtar with Tar Hatazed. And this is a group, and let me get this right, I believe from, hold on, give me 1 second to check. This is a group from Niger, and they fucking go hard. This song rules, and we're going into the rock, baby. The rock and the roll with Mudar Mukhtar and the song Tar Hatazed. Hope you enjoy it, because I sure as hell do. That was Mdo Mokhtar with Tar Hatazed. That song goes fucking off, dude. I love that song. Again, that is a group from Niger, and I love discovering them because it really shows that there is good shit all over the world. No matter where you look, there's going to be some kick-ass music. Coming up next is Yves Tumor with Jackie. Now, normally, Yves Tumor is a bit more abstract, a bit more harsh, a bit more inaccessible. But I think that the EP, and especially this song that was put out this year, is super catchy, and it's probably the catchiest song on the stream today, in my opinion. So hopefully you like it. I love this song. I always mute my mic when a song is playing, but you might catch me singing along in the face cam, so keep your eyes peeled for that. This is Yves Tumor with Jackie. And that was Yves Tumor with Jackie. Fucking love that song. Okay, coming up next is Afos Dafos with Arheg Danar. Don't know what that means, but I do know that they are a group from, allow me to just real quick look at something. I had this research and I forgot. I believe they are a group from, yes, they are a group from Tamanrasset, Algeria. Now, that's pretty cool, right? So the next few songs are going to be of Western African origin. Yes, Saharan African specifically. So maybe 10 years ago, I discovered two compilations called Music from Saharan Cell Phones. And they basically compiled... the Sahel Sounds is the record label. They compiled songs that were only available through trading chips on cell phones throughout the Sahara. Like not just in Africa, essentially, just like the Saharan region. And they painstakingly tracked down the vast majority of these artists and were able to release their full range of music on their Bandcamp. So and Mudo Mokhtar, the group I played earlier, was a part of that. And this song, this group and the next two groups are going to be a part of that as well. Jake Twitchin says, Afos Dafos is an amazing name. I agree. And I hope you like the band and the music just as much as their name, because we're about to listen to it. Enough of my babbling, enough backstory. Who gives a shit? Am I right? Let's listen to Afos Dafos, Arheg Denach. Enjoy.
يا الصهين اللي هجتها جرنو بين دنيا تاج إمدي وانا يا الصهين اللي غدنا يعطيني بين ليلة طمني قاعد نسير نسوانك يا قدران التي والنيم فستو مستنك مهنا تو مستد تكما هدي مانين أنا غدنا يعطيني ليلة طمني قاعد نسير نسوانك يا قدران
That was Afos Tafos with Arher Denar. That song fucking kicks ass. I ain't gonna hear nothing else besides that opinion. It's just a fun song, you know? I hope you liked it too. Coming up next is I don't know how to pronounce this properly. Abdallah Ag hold on. Abdallah Ag Almadogu. Abdallah Ag Almodag. I got this. Abdallah Ag Almadogu. Togo. I did my best. Hitmonchan says, good stuff. Glad you agree. Slow King Cole. What up, Cole? Welcome. They say, whoa, sick shirt. Hell yeah. Yeah, I love this shirt. Angel's Egg, baby. You're just in time for, in my opinion, one of the best goddamn songs on this stream tonight. I love this song. I heard it for the first time maybe 4 weeks ago now, and I fell in love instantly. I might go ahead and buy the physical record for this whole album solely because of this song. Is this overhyping it? Perhaps. Who knows for sure? All I know is this song goes hard. So let's listen to Abdallah Ag Obadogu and the song Ano Malane. Hope you like it. And that was Abdallah Ombadogo. I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce his name properly. With Ano Malane. Now, some of you might be thinking, is that really one of your favorite songs on this whole playlist today? And my answer is a resounding hell yes. It might be a very simple song, it might be a very simple tune, but the way he sings is so full of emotion and soul, and it resonates with me in a deep level. I love that song. Cole says, there are parts of this song that remind me of some 70s psych prog I listened to a lot in high school. I agree. A lot of this stuff is actually not that old, not 70s or 80s, but they're older. And they were only, like I said, because it was all through trading on cell phones and stuff, they were only recently released. So a lot of these songs could be from like the 90s, for example, maybe even older. I know that cell phones weren't really around before then, but it was possible, I think, to have whatever recordings that they did have, transferred onto a cell phone and then traded around. That was as the only real means of getting their music out there. I guess Osric Tentacles had stuff. Oh no, bits and pieces of Popol Vuh and Osric Tentacles in the instrumentation. I guess Osric Tentacles had stuff coming out in the 90s. Yes, for sure. I'm also going to say that a lot of these artists definitely have those sort of inspirations. That sort of what's the word I'm looking for? They drew their sound from that, and it's definitely not a coincidence. Like Jurassic Shift was 93. Sure, I believe you. I'm not gonna claim to know the years of albums for the most part, unless I really, really am like thinking it's like my favorite album. New Age a little bit, maybe. But a lot of this stuff is what's the word? I think it's called Touareg guitar, Tourag, Touareg guitar, I believe it's how it's spelled and pronounced. That's the sort of genre that most of these tunes. I googled it. I'm not smart. Hey, listen, I always like to give people credit for being smart. If you want to take that credit away, that's on you. And you've done it. You've taken it away. Next up is El Wali and the song "Long Live the Sahrawi Army." So I'm sort of cheating with this song. Like I said, all these tunes are things that I've been listening to over the past few months as I've streamed, but this is the only song I've heard previous to those 5 or 6 months. That's because this song was on that compilation that I mentioned earlier, but they were under an untitled, anonymous sort of name. The record label tracked the group down and released this song on a full-length LP, I think just this year. And if you don't mind holding on one moment. You know I had to do it. You know I had to buy the goddamn album because it fucking rules. See right here. It says it right here. It's "Long Live the Sahrawi." I cannot pronounce the word. The Sahrawi Army. Now, what that title means is this is a group of a band that is of the Sahrawi people, and this group is the band is calling for the liberation of their people in Algeria. I think that kicks fucking ass, don't you? I love this song and the past few songs. I mainly love for their sort of jangly lo-fi instrumentation, and the vocals are just so unique. It's not they're not vocals that you would expect with this sort of sound, and I love it. Actually, you know what? Before I play this song, I'm gonna put this record back in its spot. And now, without further ado, a hell yeah from Cole and a hell yeah from me. Let's listen to El Wali's "Long Live the Sahrawi Army." Enjoy. And that was El Wali with "Long Live the Sahrawi Army." Short song. I might have talked about it for longer than you listened to it, but regardless, I hope you liked it. So we are now in the second half of the playlist. That's right. Half of the songs have been played. The same amount of songs are still yet to come. Coming up next is Tokyo Shoegazer with Moondive. Now, Tokyo Shoegazer is a band that I love. I fell in love with them in like 2012, 2013. Before I say that, Cole says, "That rips, dude. Fuck yeah. I'm glad you think so. Yeah, that was a dope one. I'm glad you guys think so. I love that song, and it makes me feel good to know that I'm not wrong." But Tokyo Shoegazer was a group that I fell in love with. They released 2 albums that kicked ass, and then they disbanded. And so it broke my heart, because I love this group. If you can't tell by the name, they're a shoegaze band from Tokyo. And I just recently discovered that this group actually got back together a year or so ago and didn't tell me. So when I was looking up different artists, for some reason I was like, let me check Tokyo Shoegazer out just in case like they released an EP or like some like an unreleased thing from a few years ago that they were just now releasing, and it's a whole goddamn album. I love this. I love this song. I love this band. The album itself is really good. Cole says, truly cannot go wrong with Tokyo Shoegazer. I tend to agree. Hitmonchan says, I like this album art. Yeah, I think this album art is really good. It's. They have 2 albums, this one and their first one, that have cats on them. Except the first one is a real cat. This one is a fake cartoon one. You decide. You, the viewer, decide which one you like more, real or fake. A very mass of the fermenting drag story, for sure. For sure. Is this from the new album? Yes, it is. This is from the album that was just recently released. I say recently, but it was like a year or more. The Mass of the Fermenting Dregs is very similar to that. I feel like there's a lot of groups that I'm noticing that like, oh, they actually came back. They were never officially broken up or some shit like that. But without further ado, let's listen to some good old shoegaze. This is Tokyo Shoegazer with Moon Dive. and that was Tokyo Shoegazer with Moondive. Cole says, this does it for me. I'm a sucker for angelic voices. Yes, I agree. That shit is just, her voice is so fucking pretty on this track. I think that the male singer's voice is very good too, but she definitely is the one. I feel like when I rank my favorite songs of theirs, when she sings, they're usually the top ranking ones. Coming up next is Luis Pestana with Sangra. Now, this is an album that caught me by surprise. Listening to... Oh, shit, that's Nordli. Oh, fuck, on my screen, you both have the same colored name. Sorry, Nordli. Please forgive... If you could forgive me, that would mean so much to me. Sorry for stealing your identity, Nordli from Cole. Well, let me repeat it then. Nordli says, this does it for me. I'm a sucker for angelic voices. Hell yeah, Nordli. I'm glad that... Honestly, thank you for speaking up on songs that you like so far. I'm keeping them in my brain for future reference. But anyway, this album snuck up on me as one that I didn't expect to love as much as I did. I started listening to it. I was judging a book by its cover, so to speak. I loved the album art for this song. So for the album. So I took a listen and I fell in love with it, especially this song. It's a bit abstract, a bit more artsy than a few of the other ones. It's all good, my man. Thank you, Nordli. It's a bit more abstract than some of the more recent songs I've been playing, so hopefully if you aren't into that kind of music, you can stick with it. If you are into the kind of music, then hopefully you like it. This is Luis Pestana with Sangra. And that was Luis Pestana with Sangra. Cole says, sounds kind of like, what if Vocaloids were fucked up? I'm into it, it's good. At least that's true. But yeah, I guess you're right. I don't know if it's the actual guy singing and just modulating the voice, or if it is some sort of Vocaloid program. But either way, I really dig the vocals on that track. Like I said, that was a bit of a more abstract, inaccessible song, but hopefully the rest of you still liked it, just like Cole did. Coming up next, however, is Space Echo with Coming Back For You. Now, Space Echo is no stranger to my stream. They release like an EP or an album like once a month for the past year or so, like 2 years, which kicks ass. I love their music, and the fact that they keep churning out music and it's all stuff I like says a lot about the quality of their talent. This is off of, I think, their August or September EP. I don't know for sure. I don't remember which one. Like I said, they release one every month, so it's hard to keep up with which one corresponds to what month. But this is my favorite release. Not my first song of the year, but my favorite release by them so far this year. I think the song is a good representation of this EP. This is Space Echo with Coming Back For You.
We're far
That was Space Echo with Coming Back for You. Cole says, the vocals on this track are truly divine. I agree. Her voice is one of my favorites just in general. I cannot overstate how much I love Space Echo, and her vocals are a huge part of it. This group ranges from more rocky stuff to more sort of harsh electronics to this sort of ballad sounding track, and I think all of it is masterfully done. They are a criminally underrated group. Nordley says, I feel like I'm in a really cool bar and she's killing it on a nearby stage. Yeah, I could understand that. It's I really do recommend, if you like this group, or like that song. I mean, I do recommend checking out their Bandcamp. A lot of their stuff is free to download. In fact, the vast majority of their recent stuff is free, or at least name your own price, rather. So if you do want to throw them some money, obviously, go right ahead. I love them, and if this stream introduces them to anyone here, that is a mission accomplished for me. Cole says, her voice reminds me of Yowler a little bit. Don't know who Yowler is, so I'll have to take your word on that. I'm going to assume they're great if that voice reminds you of them, so I'll have to check that out. Yowler. Okay, going to keep that in the old noggin. Coming up next is Croatian Amor with the song Love Means Taking Action off of the album Love Means Taking Action, if you can believe it. This is I think a Swedish or Danish artist, an electronic artist that I found and fell in love with, I think in July or August, and they're great. Don't really know what else to say about that. It's a very, very cold melody. I don't want to say chill because that's going to give you the wrong idea, but it's very, very I don't know how else. Cold is the best way to describe it. Maybe you'll understand what I mean when you listen to it. This is Croatian Amor with Love Means Taking Action. and that was Croatian Amor with Love Means Taking Action. That song is a bit deceptive. The rest of his stuff doesn't really sound like that. I love the rest of his stuff, but I felt that song, it's one of my favorites of his, but it's also probably the most stream friendly. A lot of it is a bit harsh to listen to, more noisy. So I decided to listen to one of the more chill, less abstract tunes of his. Speaking of which, I'm doing that again with this. This is Internazionale with No Soldiers. This is another, I believe, sort of Scandinavian, Swedish, something from that region of the world, another artist from around there. This is Internazionale with No Soldiers. I discovered this artist at the exact same time I discovered Croatian Amor. I was on Discogs looking at different artists in a specific genre, and I saw Croatian Amor, clicked that, and I saw it and recommended to this guy. And I was like, that album art looks really cool. So I checked him out. I loved both artists. This is another more chill song, but a lot of his stuff is a bit more, for a lot of people, might be a bit boring, honestly, a bit more drony, a bit more ambient. I think this is a good representation of what his music could be if it was accessible, but a lot of it isn't. That said, if you do like this song, why not give the rest of his music a try? You never know, you might like it. This is Internazionale with No Soldiers. And that was Internazionale with No Soldiers. Bit of a slow song, bit of an ambient song, bit of a repetitive song, but I normally don't like to put that kind of stuff on my stream because I know that it's not the most exciting thing to listen to. But I would be remiss to not put it on this stream specifically because I've listened to the album that this song is off of so many times, and this is the stream where I'm posting what I'm listening to. And hey, I've been listening to it. Regardless, I hope you guys liked it. But coming up next is Flicka, or Flika, I'm not really sure how to pronounce that, with Leaf. This is reminiscent of some songs I played earlier, Q and Akisai specifically. It's the same label that those artists were on. So it's another chill, sort of electric, acoustic-y sound that I hope you guys enjoy. You know? We're not done yet, obviously. We still got a good chunk of music left, but I just want to say thank you for everyone who's been watching so far. It means a lot. I hope you've enjoyed the music one way or the other. I hope you've enjoyed listening to my little commentary in between the tracks, and I hope you continue to enjoy it as the stream continues. This is Flika with Leaf. and that was Flika with Leaf. Nordley says, I'm a big lo-fi guy, so I'm real into these. I'm glad to hear it. This is, I think, a type of music that not a lot of people really like. I remember playing it for some people a little while ago, and they're like, it sounds like elevator music, and I was appalled. I couldn't believe they would say something like that. I think it's very pretty. I think it's very relaxing, and I'm glad that you enjoyed it as well. Now, coming up next is Ichiko Aoba with Pilgrimage off of her newest album, Windswept Aiden. Ichiko Aoba is just an incredible artist. I love her music so much. She has such a beautiful voice, and she is the pinnacle, I think, of what folk can be. And her newest album is no exception. I love this album a lot. There's actually a bit more orchestral instrumentation on this one. And by more, I mean there's any at all than her previous albums, and it enhances it to a level that she hadn't reached before. While I still think that her best song is one of her earliest, her music continues to be great, and hopefully, if you haven't heard of her before, listening to the song will make you a fan. This is Ichiko Aoba with Pilgrimage. and that was Ichiko Aoba with Pilgrimage. I love that song, and I love her voice. And hopefully I get to see her live one day. That would be a dream come true. Okay, coming up next is Ma Meriko with A Border. Cole says her singing reminds me of Eddie Marcon. Don't know who that is off the top of my head. I feel like I've heard that name before. I just can't remember where. But if that's the case, Yowler and Eddie Marcon, I got to keep those names in mind for the future. This song, A Border by Ma Meriko, is it's a bit Shibuya K-ish, a bit folky, a bit it's reminiscent of what we just heard, but a bit more upbeat from what I remember. I listened to this song just yesterday to prepare for this, but I don't exactly remember the sound. All I remember is that I like it, so hopefully you guys like it too. This is Ma Meriko with A Border. was Mamerico with A Border. Very nice, pleasant song. I like it a lot. Okay, we are 75% done with the stream. We still got 8, count them, 8 more songs to go. And all of them are bangers. Starting up with BBD Trio with D. This is a group, a band from South Korea that I discovered for myself 2 months ago now. And they're great. I highly recommend checking this band and the band I'm going to play you next out. They're the same label, and both are very good. Don't know much about them other than what I just said, so let's get right into it. This is BBD Trio with their song D. That was BBD Trio with their song D. Cole says, these guys really reminded me of Vidolgi Oyo, so I checked it out, and they're from the same label apparently too. If you haven't heard their album Arrow yet, you really owe it to yourself sometime. I actually did know that because I found this band trying to find out if Vidolgi Oyo had released any new music that I hadn't heard. So I went to the Bandcamp that had Arrow on it and saw a bunch of albums. I was like, I'll check if they're on the same label as Vidolgi Oyo. I gotta check these bands out. So I did, and I found a lot of stuff that I like. I recommend that if you do the same, because I agree that album kicks ass. That album is so good. And if you like Vidolgi Oyo and you like what you just heard, you owe it to yourself to listen to a lot of the other music on that Bandcamp, including what's coming up next. This is Ear Rip with Season Again. So when I see characters from a language that I can't read, I like to translate them and then read them phonetically. But I did that, and they're just the words Ear Rip and Season Again, but in Korean, so I'm not going to bother this time. This is, again, another South Korean band from the same label that I love. I think that out of the 3 Korean songs that I've played, I believe that this one is my favorite. Out of the 3 I've played tonight, I mean. I love this song, and it's a shame that it took me this long to... what's the word? It took me this long to discover them. You know, I wish I'd looked up the record label earlier. Isn't Vidolgi Oyo Pigeon Milk English? Maybe. I actually don't know. I tend to not... When I find a band or a song name that's clearly another language but spelled in English, I have no real way of translating it because I can't just put the English text into Google Translate, you know? So I usually tend to let those sort of lie where they are. But for now, let's lie down and listen to the song. I couldn't segue that. I'm sorry, that was an awful segue. This is Ear Rip with Season Again. And that was Earrip with Season Again. That's another track with what is, in my opinion, gorgeous vocals. Her voice is beautiful. Coming up next is Sweet Trip and the song Chapters. Now, this is a band that, again, is no stranger to the stream. I've played a lot of their music on here before. But this is the first time playing this album on here because this one is brand spanking new. And it really surprised me when it came out this year because I thought they were done. I love Sweet Trip so much. And knowing that they're still making music is just, it's fantastic. I'm so happy to know that. And I think this might be my favorite song off of the album. I admit it's been a little while since I've listened to it because I've been listening to so much new music recently. That said, I actually just started listening to it again earlier today. So by the end of today, hopefully I'll have finished it again. But from what I remember, I think this is the song that stood out to me the most as the best on the album. So hopefully you like it. This is Sweet Trip with Chapters.
Hear these words, immerse your heart. All this kid is born is true.
And that was Sweet Trip with Chapters. Great song, great album, great band. Now, can you believe it? We're on the last 5 songs of the stream. These normally don't go this long, but since this is my first time back in a while, I decided to tack on a few more songs than normal. The next time I do this, it'll be the standard length that I normally do. But hey, maybe longer is better. Who knows? Maybe y'all are loving this. Who's to say for sure? Not I. It's up to you. Coming up next is Spangle Call Lilli Line and their song April off of their newest album, Remember. Now, Spangle Call Lilli Line is a band that I'm conflicted on. They have a lot of stuff that I love, including their album Purple, which is, in my opinion, one of the best albums just in general. I think it's a fantastic, fantastic album. But a lot of their stuff is forgettable. It's just whatever. So they kind of are hit or miss for me. Their newest album falls into the sort of middle of that, where it's not incredible, but it's not bad. But this song I liked a lot, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. So if you like this song, check out the album Purple, because it is just stupendous. This is Spangle Call Lilli Line with their song April. And that was Spangle Call Lilli Line with the song April. Cole says they definitely do have some bangers. Oh, including this one, and definitely one of my favorite songs by them. Yeah, a lot of their songs, like I said, they're hit or miss, but they have when their songs are a hit, they fucking hit. I love their good songs a lot, and like I said, including this one. My favorite song of theirs is Rio off of the album Purple that I mentioned before. Again, if you haven't yet, I highly, highly recommend listening to their album Purple. Coming up next is, I don't know how to pronounce this, Enski, N-T-S-K-I, Enski, I don't know. I'm going to call him Enski for now, or no. I'm going to call him Enski for now. I feel like that's a better way to pronounce it. With the song 1992. This is an album that came out about mid-year from an artist that I discovered this year because they were featured on a track by the the artist Giant Claw. Her vocals were on one of his songs, and I was like, oh, her voice is great. So I looked her up and was like, oh, she has an album coming out this year. And this album is really good. And I think this song represents it very well. A bit hectic, but I think overall very good. This is Enski with the song 1992.
Just close your eyes and listen to your heartbeat. We don't know
That was Insky with 1992. Okay, moving right along. We're in the last 3 songs of the stream. Can you believe it? We're that close to finishing. It's been a long, long stream, but it's been a fun one. And the last 3 songs are, in my opinion, the personal best, my personal favorites of the playlist so far. Coming up first in the last 3 is Coco Bryce with My Baby Love. This is a song. It's a jungle sort of breakbeat tune. I heard this while in Puerto Rico with my family while visiting my grandparents in August. We were listening to the radio, and we flipped to a random station, and this banger was playing on the radio. I was like, God damn, they ain't got this shit in the US of A playing on like plain old radio. What the fuck? So I figured, why not play it on the radio that I control? This is Coco Bryce with My Baby Love. I really, really do hope you enjoy this one because it is a personal favorite. And that was Coco Bryce with My Baby Love. Hope you liked it. Because I did. Okay, coming up next is Akira Kosemura with Niji no Kanata featuring Isaiah. Or Isa. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. This is a gorgeous song. And it's from the Akira Kosamura is the person who owns the label of all those more lo-fi, sort of folky electronic tracks that I've played. Q, Akisai, Fleeka. This dude owns the label that all of those are on. And while surprisingly, I don't really like this guy's music compared to the rest of the artists on the label, this song in particular stands out as maybe the best song on that entire Bandcamp. I love it. It is gorgeous, and it's very relaxing, and I hope you guys enjoy it. All right, this is the second to last song of the stream, and it is Akira Kosamura with Niji no Kanata. And that was Akira Kosumura with Niji no Kanata featuring Ayasa. I think that song is gorgeous, and I'm glad I could finally share it with my stream. Now we come up on the last song of the night. This is Haruka Nakamura with Sunset Line featuring Uyama Hiroto. Now, I was no stranger to Haruka Nakamura before these past few months. I just, unfortunately, had never heard of this album, and I feel embarrassed every day knowing that I had never heard this album before, because it not only features Nujabes on it, who is one of my favorite electronic artists, it features Uyama Hiroto, who is on this track, who is an incredible, not only electronic musician, but an incredible jazz musician as well. And I think that this song encapsulates why I like the sort of electronic hip-hop sort of sound. I love this song, and I think it's a very fitting song to end the stream on. I hope, as I always say, that you guys enjoy it as well, but if you don't, I don't want to hear it. I love this song, and without further ado, let's listen to Haruka Nakamura with Sunset Line featuring Uyama Hiroto. And that was Haruka Nakamura featuring Uyama Hiroto with Sunset Line. Well, that's the stream. Nordley says, well done, man. Appreciate all the effort you put into this. And I appreciate that remark. Genuinely, it takes, while obviously there are streamers who put in a lot of time, a lot of money into their efforts, and this is small time compared to that. This does take time to set up, to plan, to sort of organize the songs, choose everything. So I appreciate that you said that. It really does mean a lot to know that people like what I'm doing, you know? Because if they didn't, why would I do it, you know? You guys are the reason why I like doing these streams, you know? Talking to everyone, playing music for everyone. It's what I enjoy. Cole says, yeah, this was a lot of fun. I'm glad you think so. It's a lot of, like I said, it's a lot of fun streaming to you and chatting with you all. Also, the song is beautiful. I agree. That song is gorgeous. I think that is just a beautiful, beautiful track. And if you like it, I recommend checking out not only that whole album, Melodica, but Haruka Nakamura stuff, Uyama Hiroto stuff, and if you haven't heard it before, Nujabes stuff, who is one of the two composers, famously, for the Samurai Champloo soundtrack, along with Fat John, who I also recommend. But yes, that track rules, that album rules, their music in general rules, and you all rule for watching my stream. Thank you so, so much. Like I said, it means a lot, and I can't wait to do this again. I say that, but I probably won't do it for a little while. I'm probably going to stream again on Monday. That's my plan. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to... I have a couple ideas, but I don't know exactly what I'm going to stream yet, because I'm currently playing Lost Judgment on PS4, and that's not the most, in my opinion, the most streamable game, at least according to the Yakuza games I've streamed in the past. Those tend to not attract many people to them. People seem to bounce off of those streams pretty quick. So I have a couple ideas of what I'm planning on streaming on Monday. It's not going to be another radio stream. That might not be for another month or so. I might do it sooner, but if you watch the streams, I'll let you know when I'm planning on doing it again. Until then, this has been my stream. This has been the radio show. I hope that you've found some music that you hadn't heard before that you enjoy. And if not, hopefully next time that happens. If you missed any of the stream, like I said earlier, it will be in my archives YouTube channel, which is below. The link to that is down there in the whatever you call the links down below. And to everyone who watched from the beginning, thank you. To everyone who joined partway through, thank you. To everyone who watched early and then left, thank you. To everyone who watched for an hour, for 2 hours, for 1 second, thank you. That means a lot. Everybody, you have a great night, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye.